Not going to be a weekend for frozen drinks, Betsy.
Chili, stew, you got to get the comfort food. One thing I will say, a lot of folks forget, this is a perfect time to clean out the freezer because you can kind of put everything out on the back deck. It stays frozen.
Oh, there you go.
Since you're not going out to the store.
And you're not going out.
It's all good.
Plenty of free time.
Get ahead of spring cleaning a little bit.
Pull yourself in and
we
get some
got
projects done.
Exactly, and we'll have time to get those projects done. Also, a heads up, if you are getting gas in the next couple of days, and if you have a snow thrower, make sure you take the gas can just in case you're going to need it to fill up that snow thrower. That's one of those things that you somehow always end up forgetting. Thursday, that'd be tomorrow, we have System 2 coming through. This has been quite a week. We've had numerous systems to track. One came through this morning with that freezing drizzle. 2 comes through tomorrow, and then this weekend, the big one, 3. You can see it's coming on shore now, causing all kinds of rain and mountain snow problems in California. It's going to swoop through the 4 corners and then line up and come our way by the time we hit Saturday. But first, we have to get through this one, and this is not all that impressive looking as of right now. What I want you to see is kind of how scattered. It's not really an organized, defined system as far as snow goes that's crossing through Omaha and into portions of Iowa at this hour. That's basically how it's going to look here tomorrow, too. Not a whole lot of moisture with this one. Weekends will be, but we don't have a ton of moisture with this one, so I think more or less scattered snow showers will be around. That leads us into the rush hour forecast. Tomorrow morning, mostly cloudy, seasonable temperatures in the low 20s, part and parcel for January. But by the evening, those scattered snow showers will be around. We could have a quick slick on the roads, sidewalks, parking lots. So as you're going to be out and about, make sure that you keep that in mind. We have some slowdown potential that's coming our way after the noon hour tomorrow. So we start off at 7 a.m., mostly cloudy skies, temperatures seasonably cold, right around the 20-degree mark in most areas. But by noon, we may have a few flurries that start to enter into the western picture. More likely than not, it's mid to late afternoon. Those scattered snow showers pop up across northern Ohio. These could cause some visibility issues. More likely than not, though, it's just going to be kind of that light stuff that blows around, and we may have some slick spots that develop on the roadways. This is all at the same time that a lot of folks are hitting the road for the evening commute, so that's why the slowdowns are a possibility. You know how this goes. We'll be in the low 30s as we head through the evening, too, and then if you have any evening plans, keep in mind those snow showers are probably going to be hanging around. Not a lot of snow with this. It's moisture starved, as I pointed out, so we're going with a 1 to 3 inch accumulation. Keep in mind the fluff factor, but by and large, the majority of us will be on the lower end of that, probably inch and a half at most, which of course would lead us into the rest of the story, so to speak. We have that snow developing tomorrow with 1 to 3 inches. As I mentioned, we'll be on the low end. Friday looks easy, no worries, just cloudy skies, which will give us nice breathing room to keep an eye on the weekend. Saturday is when the heavy snow really starts to ramp up. It's also going to be windy, so blowing and drifting snow. That carries over into Sunday. At the same time this storm is departing, very cold air will be coming in. That's going to kick off lake effect, what could be a pretty impressive lake effect event as this bitter cold sticks around for the day on Monday. Single-digit morning lows, teens for highs. Brutal. So here's our storm, and you can kind of see this gray line. I pointed this out before. That's an isobar, a line of equal pressure, and when they're closed, that means that's the center of the storm system. That's what we track. So when we start to say tracking north, tracking south, watching how it tracks, that's the part that we are tracking. So it kind of gives us a center point to work with. And you can see how this develops into Arkansas. Snow spreading north into Ohio, 8 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. So we're going to move up the timeline just a little bit. Light snow to start. Snow picks up in intensity as we head through the midday into the afternoon. And we should have some pretty intense snowfall afternoon into the evening and the overnight, too. So this is a long duration that we're talking about, this potential of heavy snow. Even into Sunday morning, we still have snow coming down, and then that will begin to move out. Just about the time that moves out, the cold air moves in, and there's the lake effect that sets up for Monday. Snow forecast comparison. Don't look at numbers. I don't even have them on here. Just look at where all of this is starting to set up with those colors. This is my forecast, 6 to 12 inches at max right now, but there's that possibility of more. And again, this is all of Northeast Ohio, so we have quite a bit that's going to be coming our way. We're going to skip this and go right to your forecast from Universal Windows Direct. Temperatures in the mid-30s tomorrow, low 30s Friday with clouds. Heavy snow moves in on Saturday, continues into Sunday, then lake effect gets going. Look at those temperatures, single-digit lows Monday, Tuesday, and finally by Wednesday next week, we're hopefully digging out of the basement, guys.
All right. Thank you, Betsy.